We're out in Yellowstone National Park. It's a very special area. There's a lot of volcanic activity, thermal activity under the ground. Very good for conducting the energies. And it's been a really special area, just, seeing kind of the mist waft off the ground in some of these volcanic spaces. Let's take a little bit of a closer look at this geyser. And been waiting. I did come back because this one kind of goes off like clockwork, and we just missed it by about 10 minutes. We've been waiting. With any luck, it should go off again soon. Take in some energy from this as well, of course. It's a really interesting landscape with so much thermal activity, pools dotting the landscape and over the miles around us here. So let's begin some healing. The geyser does go off. I'll let you know, and you can open your eyes and take a look. Until then, let's chant Om 3 times. Stay still, remain peaceful in the meditation. Calling on the spirits of the land, the spirits of Yellowstone, all the native tribes and elders who are here to shower their blessings upon us, and may the heat, the fire beneath these geysers also ignite in all of our hearts and clear out anything that does not serve us at this time. Continue with your eyes closed. Feeling some nice activity in the third eye. Let's bring our focus to the heart as well. Calling on Saint Germain, whose retreat in the Grand Tetons is just south of us, within 100 miles, much less even. Calling on him, flow through power of the geyser, of the volcanic activity, and ignite the violet flame in our hearts and burn out all the stale emotions, all the stuckness, anything that's getting in our way of being who we want to be and doing what we want to do, anything holding us back from being who we want to be and doing who we want to do. I'm calling upon Saint Germain to come with his violet flame through vortex, volcanic vortex, come through now. You want to get married, like, but then I was like, well, you're doing it also for her. You don't want her to feel like, yeah, I just don't even know. You want it? You want it? Yeah. You want it to come off as just be silent in this meditation. Hey, I want to live good, but it's not. Good to be back. Yeah.
But Mammoth is good, and there's a drive up there too. Up at Mammoth, a really pretty drive that I like what we did with Firefox. They should make today a holiday.
Like where you have to celebrate Star Wars or
If anybody feels, what I'm feeling, this kind of charge running through and meandering around the third eye, you can write that in the comments. All right, I'm seeing a lot of more steam coming up out of the geyser. I mean, with your eyes closed, you can watch that, later, but it looks like this geyser is definitely getting ready to blow over here. And I'm excited because it's my first time seeing this kind of high geyser blast so far in the parks. There's been a couple of little guys they call the whirligig geyser. You got a couple of feet of geyser, but this over here should be about 100 feet in the air. So certainly excited to be checking it out. And if you like this kind of sacred place transmission, definitely let me know. I think it adds a lot of very interesting energy that we can harness and leverage in the healing work that we do. Steam is just percolating out of the geyser, letting you know that it's ready to go. And apparently it is pretty quiet from what I've been told when it goes off. In fact, the last time went off, we missed it. And we're getting a hot chocolate. Oh, you're starting to go a little more. Let's take a look. It's still coming. Yeah, so we're getting hot chocolate. Didn't even hear it go off. About 90 minutes ago. And apparently these thermal waters here are super hot. We're thinking it to go in and like a hot spring type thing, bathe in there, but super hot. The waters over here. It's near boiling, so it is not advised to go in the thermal waters in Yellowstone here. I'm just soaking in that energy, that love, feeling Saint Germain continue to come through for us, continue to open the heart, help us peel away some of that old energy that no longer serves us. And we're all waiting. There might be about 30 people just on the bench here waiting for the geyser. Kind of mapped out when it should come next, but they say there's always about a give or take of about 10 minutes of when it actually does come. You can't quite predict it down to the minute. You can kind of get it within a 20-minute interval. We'll continue our meditation as we're waiting for this, and indeed incorporate the geyser and its eruption into our meditation. And we've got representation from all over the world here. Saw a couple of who I call my bros from India. Always love hanging out with Indian people. I get that vibe. So a crew of bros from India. We have a lot of representation from China, not just here but throughout the park. A lot of folks from China taking in all of what Yellowstone has to offer. And I hear a little splash coming. And we met people that live around here. Met people from elsewhere in Montana. I was camping last night with some engineering students, nursing students from Montana State University. So definitely quite a bit of folks here, and I will say it's really nice how they maintain the park. Oh, we got some activity going. Got some water overflowing over there. This could be it. Let's see. Wow. It is definitely starting to go. Over there, got plumes going up into the air. Wow, this is exciting. You can see it really go up. Incredible. I had no idea it would kind of go up that high. Wow. It is really going high into the air. That's quite the eruption. Quite the eruption. That's incredible. Right, it's almost like a cloud going off over there. And how does this feel for you? Taking those energies, that geyser energy as the geyser kind of lifts off the ground and goes into a cloud. And this is really something for me because again in the park we didn't see anything this big. It was just geysers that were kind of 3 feet in the air, really small ones, and this is much bigger. It's really something to see this. Wow, that's really something incredible. Um, and apparently the geyser does keep going um, for a few minutes, maybe even 10 minutes. So that's really something. Let's take in some of that energy. Let's transmit. I'm just gonna turn around so I can look at it too as we continue to transmit this geyser energy here, volcanic energy, volcanic and water energy. Think about all the minerals in that water, charged water, a lot of different metals, sulfur and different metals, interesting metals in this water. How that can help us. So we got the geyser itself, and then all that steam coming up in a cloud, um, and and kind of blowing away. Cloud of mist, steam mist from the geyser. Well, that's really nice to see. Continuing with our eyes closed, we'll continue to meditate on this geyser. And see that water and thermal activity clear away, things that we would like to do each time. And I've got a lot of those, and on this trip they've just been coming to the surface. Um, a lot of things I've been carrying that I didn't know I had. Um, all kinds of different flavors of anger, some of which I'm not proud of at all. Things I definitely want to leave behind. A lot of self-centered thinking that I want to leave behind. But there's really a lot of stuff in my life that's come to the surface recently, and I want to call upon that for all of you, and maybe some of the stuff you want to get rid of is similar to what I'm working on, and maybe it's different. But I want to call on the strength of Saint Germain and the strength of the geyser to wash away, clean off all of that stuff that really doesn't serve us anymore. We're ready. We want to clear away what we are ready. If you are ready, as I am certainly ready to clear off some of this stuff, I will call upon Saint Germain and call upon all the energies of this geyser to assist us at this time. So I want to thank Bet, who's joined, and she's been very very gracious to leave her comment. I want to send her a lot of love, and I want to thank everybody else who is watching this live or will watch it on the replay, and you're all part of this moment. So I hope to see you all soon. We're going to be continuing to have some really interesting sessions. We'll be in South Dakota in the Black Hills, an area that's very connected with certain star beings, an area I've been very curious to go to. And we may reach there tomorrow or the next day. And we're going to be continuing on this trip across the United States. And that's my homeland, but I'm learning there's so much that I don't know about this beautiful country, and I'm kind of seeing all the colors of it come out on this trip. So if you want to join this journey and be part of some of these live events or recorded events, you can go to jonahbernstein.com/join, or you can simply write me an email, jonahbernstein@gmail.com, and I will let you know when we're out here next. So great to be with all of you this evening.